Hi, welcome to Healthy by Choice. This is our YouTube channel. You have seen our activities from time to time, and you have never really met us in person. So today we have in store for you the Managing Director of Healthy by Choice. He is here with us. Remember, my name is Neo Troyapane, so you can subscribe to Healthy by Choice if you want to get more on healthy lifestyle and the rest. But this is not about me. We have Ndatefa Langkhachane right here with us. He's the Managing Director of Healthy by Choice Lesotho. And I mean, everywhere you see Healthy by Choice in Lesotho, it is under his management. And if they're doing a good job, big shout out to him. So let's get straight into this interview. It's going to be short, but it's going to be lovely. Hi, Ndatefa Lang, how are you?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm well, thank you very much. So please tell us about yourself, your names in full, and anything that you think people should know about you.
Okay. Langkhachane is my name, all the way from the Mountain Kingdom. And I work at Healthy by Choice as a nutritional therapist.
Tell us, educational background. Where did you go to school? Did you study to become a therapist, or is it something that you just fell in love with and started to do it?
I am a nutritional therapist as we speak, and I'm undertaking many other natural courses. But it didn't start there. I went normal to high school, and I went to technical college where I did something entirely different. I was into panel beating and spray painting. And then I moved on to do engineering, and I was in engineering field. And I went to do project management, I think, at one stage, but now I'm here. I'm a nutritional therapist.
How did you get to say, I'm done with being an engineer? I mean, engineers make money. They make a lot of money. People are just about engineering. Let's go for engineering because there's a lot of money in that field. So how did you get to convince yourself to shift from engineering and then into being a nutritional therapist, working entirely with human beings and how healthy they are?
It's actually an interesting one. I always had an interest in nutrition and in food and diet and health. But then as an engineering student, I think it got to a climax. We were in a conference, in a postgrad conference, and then I was actually in a field, additive manufacturing. Okay, more also into nanotechnology. So what was being discussed was how the engineering fits into the medical world, and what they do in engineering that would help the medical world in the modern diseases. Now that I understand the so-called lifestyle diseases. And while we were there, it was a conference for all people in that field across the globe were present in the conference, and I was a student in the postgrad. And I was listening, and it was powerful. But what caught my attention was, and I even stood up even then and asked a question, or now to the medical people who were there, or now that more people are getting sick, and now engineering has to come in and chip in and help you guys, but why are so many people getting sick? Somebody being fed up answered the question and said, no, people are getting sick because they are not eating well. And the rest of the conference I never enjoyed because it got into my head. People are getting sick because they're not eating well. And personally, I was interested in health and food.
All right, so tell us, how long have you been in this journey since the shift? And what challenges have you come across in terms of helping people understand that there are lifestyle diseases, as you have mentioned, and that they need to change in order to be healthy?
We started around 2003. That's when we started the journey. And then the struggle and the journey intensified as we moved on. And there have been serious challenges. I mean, you would understand now that I was a postgrad student in this field, and I was already a lab technician at school and working and getting some salary. And now when I made a U-turn, I I went away from school to start a business. And then I had to start learning and enrolling for this different course now. It's a vision that I've seen. And because I was into the lifestyle already as an individual, but starting it as a business and trying to convince people about healthy lifestyle and being profitable had been a serious challenge.
Right, so you are a businessman, but I also know that you are a family man. So let's delve into you being a husband and a father. How do you get to mix the two and make them work? Running the family and then running the business.
A very difficult one. Not only difficult in a question, but in reality. When I moved to be a family man, I was still broke. Of course, I'm still broke. But
Temporary.
I was so broke, but I had an idea that I know this idea would work. So getting somebody into the picture and trying to explain to her that this is going to work, but there are no tangible results. Because she wanted food at the end of the day. She wanted to do hair, she wanted to do what, but there was no money. And even people around the family and people around concerned, people who really loved me, were saying, but this is not going to work. Where have you seen it work? I said, no, I saw it will work.
The children, how are they responding to this? How are they responding to having a father who is a businessman instead of a father who's employed, who goes to work in the morning, comes back at 5 o'clock, goes to work, is always on a phone call, on a business trip or something. How are they responding to you as their father who is a businessman?
My firstborn son was grown in the shop. I mean, when my wife and I were working now in a business in our shop, and we had a boy, literally we would take him to work every day because there was nowhere to leave him. So he grew up there. I mean, he would be playing around the shop and in the shop, and we would have to go at the back and change him and come back, and he would be playing with the stock there. But
right, so words of encouragement, yeah? There are people who are trying to open new businesses. There are people who are trying to quit their jobs and focus more on their businesses. And it may be a scary thing for them, a new experience. And the fact that we are faced with unemployment in the country as well as the whole globe. How would you encourage these people, therefore, to rise up and open their businesses in good faith that they will see results?
business is good. It's very good. You have your time, you have everything there. It's good, but it's very tough. For anyone who wants to get to business, they must be equipped. They must be ready up here. Because first thing, you don't go to business because you want money. You must go there because you love what you are going to do. And you enjoy what you are doing. And you have zeal and you have strength and power for what you are doing. So when you have all that, even when things don't turn out to be what you thought they would be, because they won't be exactly what you planned or what was on the paper. The business plans and everything falls away. Reality kicks in, and you need to have courage to move on. And you must be simple and take one step at a time.
All right, that was Ndatefa Langkhachane, the managing director of Healthy by Choice. That is him in his personal life as well as work capacity. Now, thank you very much for tuning in. Remember to subscribe. It's very important that you do that so that we know that you are liking what we are giving you, so that we create more of such videos for your enjoyment. Healthy by Choice. All right, remember, we kill the killer before the killer kills us.